Hey, I'm Gabby from Gabby's Room and welcome to my video. So today I wanted to talk about my 3D work because it's something that I have been doing recently and have been making some progress but also finding it hard. Now I do 2D animation, but I wanted to start doing 3D animation because I felt like that's where the jobs were at, and I also thought that'd be such a cool skill to have. I always liked making stuff, but at uni we started off with Maya, which was really difficult, and I remember going to extra classes and still feeling left behind. So this time I'm learning Cinema 4D, and I've been able to use some of my very little knowledge of Maya to help me kind of get started. I've also been doing loads of tutorials, which is why my work looks quite generic, but I'm also really proud of it. That's quite a big step up from 2D animation. I've also been learning how to use After Effects more, so that's been really helpful for that. And yeah, let's just jump in. So I wanted to just make this little video talking about my work, explaining stuff, because I've made quite a few little loops. So this is the first one, and I animated this one, but I didn't model it. So this was just from like a download. I'm not sure what the right word is, but I know that it was made. I was kind of thinking about skins, and yeah, so it's just an explosion. I mostly had fun with lighting and learning how to get a background, and then experimenting with making lots of different materials. One thing that I am struggling with Cinema 4D is getting colour schemes right, because sometimes on paper a colour scheme will look beautiful, but then putting it in Cinema 4D, I think about how those materials are going to work, whether I want it to be reflective or not, and sometimes they're affected by light, so it's been good to kind of experiment with that. The next one I did was this very easy one. This didn't take me too long. I think I wanted there to be a solid white background, but at the time I didn't realise you could make a surface that wasn't reflective, so that's why it looks pretty grey and it's affected by the light. But I was super proud of this one. I think this was the first one I made that I thought, wow, I can actually animate something, make something move, and make something that looks pretty busy and pretty fun. This next one was probably my favourite one to make because I absolutely love these kind of textures. They kind of remind me of yolks, and I saw a tutorial and I thought, right, I have to learn how to make this. Because I always see these kind of videos on Instagram where there are these kind of rotating, fun, kind of bubbly things that kind of remind me of egg yolks or just eggs or anything jelly-like. So I was really excited to make this one. And this one took me a bit longer. There's a few things that went wrong with it, but also there are things that I know to do better next time. I could have made this one more elaborate, but when I was just following a tutorial, I was just so excited to make something that looked like this. I didn't experiment with it too much. They're a bit like Tide Pods, but yeah, I'm not gonna go there. This next one I made, I was really proud of this one because I wouldn't be able to tell you how I made it. I remember just following a tutorial, and that's where I kind of struggle with actually learning how to use Cinema 4D, is that I rely on tutorials too much. But I was so excited to make a kind of slicing thing, because I always see those on Instagram as well, of things being sliced or cut or moulded, and so making this was really fun because I got to see how that works and how you can use Cinema 4D to cut things up. Again, I was able to experiment with materials, but also with this one, it's the first time I kind of built an environment. So it was a big kind of first step into building a scene, making things long enough, putting the camera somewhere instead of just using a default camera. Then I made this gold one, which in the video, the person making the tutorial had different materials on each spline, but because I don't have Octane or Redshift, I wasn't able to do that, so I thought adding a gold surface to all of the splines would make it look good, it would be reflective and fun. I also really like seeing metals behave like soft objects. I find that quite satisfying in a weird way, like imagine soft gold that you could bite into. maybe I'm just weird. I might invest in Octane or Redshift in the future, but for now I'm just trying to get my head around C4D, and I'm pretty happy with using just 1 or 2 solid materials for now. I guess it doesn't look as nice as maybe some other work, but I'm pretty happy with it. This is the second to last one. This was just kind of a fun thing that I wanted to make. I kind of wanted to make another bubbly, pinky, yolky thing, but I thought this could be good to try something else out and learn a new way of doing things. And so this was cool. I don't remember too much, but I have been learning how to use like soft body, collider tags and simulation tags, and I've kind of been getting my head around how those things work and forces. So this was really cool to just make a fun little thing. I also figured out how to add more colours to one material to make it a bit more interesting, or how to use lighting in my favour to add different coloured highlights. And then last but not least, this is my latest one and I absolutely love it. Again, on the tutorial, the guy showing how to make this had way more things going on, lots of materials, lots of really fun stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty glad I stuck to what I knew just to get a shape going. And then the tutorial was mostly on the kind of plasticky outside bit, and so I just wanted to have fun with that. I also did something which I didn't know how I did it. I tried to kind of backtrack, but I think I added like another highlight colour to a material. So you have a material with a base colour and then it had like another highlight colour added, which meant that everything kind of had an orangey tinge, which kind of worked in my favour to make the shapes a bit more interesting. But I think it's so cool, especially that first bit where the glass kind of exterior just kind of bubbles and reflects and then goes into itself. So yeah, that one was really cool to make. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed that, and if you're interested in my other work, I will link my Instagram and website and all of my arty links down below. And so yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.